This boat feels big, it's incredibly convenient, fast, and really, really good through the chop. So what is not to love? Keep watching, find out. The number one thing, it really is the performance. It's a cracker, and your visibility, like it is on every rib, it's really, really good. So this is the Ital 28 GT, made in Italy, guys, and this brand has come from nothing to almost dominating the Sydney Harbour dayboat scene in the rib category in just a few years. I'm friends with the founders of the local dealership, and they have been pumping out a lot of boats. I think some of the reasons, or part of that, is down to some of the cool styling that this brand offers. We're on a NATO green. I'm going to call it NATO green. I'm not sure if that's the technical colour, but it looks cool, it's different, and it's not black. And there's lots of little features that I've noticed today which set this brand apart from some of the other ribs that you see on the market. But the number one thing, it really is the performance. It's a cracker through the chop. So if you want something that's good through short, sharp chop, this is definitely it. So this is the walkthrough. If you want to do a test drive, that's a separate video to this one. I'll link to that at the end of this demonstration. My name's Dan Jones. You're watching Dan's Boat Life. Subscribe if you haven't already. So out the back here, we've got some extendable swim platforms. So they look like bolt-on jobbies just here. You've got your handle here, telescopic swim ladder underneath. Got fold-out stainless cleats just here, and my swim shower there. And we have two of these little opening hatches, which are quite long. So this will be good for boat hooks, fish hooks, longer items. And it looks like we got the same up here on starboard. Yes, we do. So that's quite handy. So even if, I don't see this as being a fishing boat, but some people might want to use it for that purpose, and that's going to meet your needs just there. Fuel intake here, and first cool little feature, utilizing the available space in a sensible manner, is this drop-down backrest. So obviously good access going forward, but it gives you a little bit of a day bed setup, which is kind of cool for the available space that we have here. Underneath me here, this hinges up on some gas struts. We've got access to the batteries. Just in here, there would be a holding tank if you chose the toilet option as well, and you've got the hydraulics for the steering. We have two more little storage lockers on port and starboard, so they are shallower. On the starboard side, you've got access to the batteries, and the port side is storage. We've got the subwoofer, speakers in this location, so that's going to reverberate through the boat, be quite cool. And then we've got some down speakers just above your heads here, and down lights as well. And you see this owner has fitted some rocket launchers for the fishing. We do have this extendable bimini sunshade which goes forward, and it just goes forward of the helm, so you can be completely protected. I'd suggest you're probably going to get value out of using this when you are at rest, and probably pack it away when you're going fast, because she's a quick boat. You'll see that in the test drive. I don't think you'd want to have this up in anything more than about 25 knots, but you do you. Now there is a lunch table which goes in here in the middle. You have got to set it up, so if that's annoying to you, we'll buy the 32. It's as simple as that. But that's the amount of space we have available to us. We can probably get 4 big blokes around this U-shaped setup for lunch, a couple more if you're more petite people, and you do have a good amount of backrest in every sort of location. Even here, given that that's vertical, it's kind of nice because they've padded it all the way up here, so if you're bashing through a few waves, you're still going to be reasonably comfortable. Now let's have a look at the minibar setup. That's a neat little storage area that just pops out, but you have much deeper and more storage over on the starboard side, which is going to be perfect for a safety grab bag. So that's a really sensible location to store something like that, because it's readily accessible to the skipper. We've got a Verifrigo fridge just here. It's got the little freezer drawer, and then we've got our sink just here, water intake there, and maybe an optional electric cooker, I don't know, but if that was, it's going to be off batteries and shore power, not gas, on a boat like this. Nice stitching, cool seats, and well designed. So actually come around here and look back so you haven't got the sun in your eyes, but see this shape just here? So at the moment, this is in backrest mode. If you lift and drop it, you've got sit and drive. So Short Dan doesn't actually have anywhere to put his feet on the footrest from that position. So for shorter drives, it's still possible, it's comfortable. I actually find reaching the steering wheel and the throttle quite comfortable from that position. But what I did love was the go fast position. This is going to work for many of you. Now see the footrest here comes into its own, because that allows me to put pressure through my heels, lock my back into the backrest with this nice contour here, and really do some go fast driving and enjoy yourself. So that's what I think a lot of you are going to want to do, because let's face it, you're going to get to your destination quite quickly on something like this. And come around and just look through this windscreen, because the windscreen on this model is actually noticeably higher, so it gives you a bit more protection from the wind, and also cold. If you're driving it in winter, you're going to find that a more pleasurable experience. You're not going to burn your nose off on those cold days. So let's come in and have a look at the helm itself. We've got a large Simrad display, got all our boat systems, including anchor up and down, key start. We've got the single 400 V10 on this one, but we can also do optional up to 450. Got your safety, you might want to use that from time to time, although the hull on this is very predictable. I don't see this as one that's going to catch a rail and chuck you out to one side without giving you some warning. We've got 4 USBs just here, so you could throw a few items in here on charge, although your phones will actually just slot in there, and that's touch charging there and there, so it's not completely necessary. A couple of drink holders, got the VHF, stereo control, got the nice carbon look. I don't think that's real carbon, I think it's carbon look. And then these hinges here are actually, that's what allows you access into the optional toilet, which we'll see in a second. And it's nice to have a grab handle on either side. And from a operational perspective, I think many of you are going to just drive this by yourself or run it by yourself, not rely on the guests. Getting out to the side, getting forward, center console, lots of access from all extremities on the boat, and your visibility, like it is on every rib, it's really, really good. So if you just want something convenient, it's definitely going to be that for you. So underneath the sun lounge just here is a huge deep storage. So if you're going to do the wing dinging, wakeboarding, any of that sort of thing, or inflatable toys, this is a good location to store them. And then forward, we've got our anchor set up. But before I do that, I'll just give you a feeling for the space. These tubes are quite big. So compared to many other ribs of this size, they feel a little bit bigger. So the comfort factor sitting on the sides is maybe just increased a smidgen compared to some other boats that I've seen. The design up here, up the front, is kind of cool too. So this is our electric anchor windlass. You've got additional operation via the remote here in the bow. That's going down there. So there's 2 bow rollers. So there's the anchor is below us for deployment, and if you need to pick up a mooring, you do it here. Slightly small cleat, but it's not a very heavy boat. So 1,300 kgs from memory. So I guess that kind of makes sense there. Flexi teak here and here gives you a little bit of grip if you're boarding people front and back. So that's kind of sensible as well. And then your forward facing seat just here. That's kind of small, but when you're in social mode, it works, and it also works for going fast. It's also the door for getting into what is the storage area on this boat, but it's also the toilet if you want to option it. I think the one thing you just need to pay attention to or be careful is this perspex here. When it hinges back, if you're standing there and driving, it might get a little bit close to your face, so just pay attention to that. A couple more speakers here and here, and of course, for all those of you, I saw this on the other one, if you want to move your boat between the ocean and the lake and you need to use your helicopter because time is money, that's important to you, they have factored that in. You can hook it up here, your NATO green, chopper it to the lake house, go and have some fun. Or even if you need to go and invade another country, you probably can too, because it's the NATO green. That's It's probably why they offered it, isn't it? I'm joking. I hope you know when I'm joking. So guys, is this boat going to be, I'll give you a nice view, that's kind of nice over there. Is this going to be a serious contender for those of you that were considering perhaps an adventure boat with more weather protection and overnight accommodation? Well, you need to think about, how do you boat? Do you have a waterfront house? Are you a sunshine boater? Are you just looking for something to commute between one place to another, or even to your other boat? If that's you, something like this is probably going to provide a great deal of value to you. It's also a lot cheaper. It doesn't cost as much to run. The power to weight ratio is so that you're not using much fuel, and so the whole experience is a lot less painful from the hip pocket point of view. So if you want to see how she performs, separate video. Don't forget to subscribe. It's coming up on the screen right now. You're all legends. See you on the next one.